Hi, sweet friends. It's Tracy. Today I am sharing a summer wreath idea with you. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I shared how I made this wreath attachment. I shared how I made the sign. I gave you all the links, all the details of what I do to make my handmade signs. I will link to that here in the iCard as well as in the description below. But in this video, I am sharing how I do my wreaths. And also, I want to let you know that I usually start out with my favorite Deco Mesh Wreath Base, and you can see it in this video. I'm just showing you a very short clip of what I do. I have a special video that is specific to my wreath bases where I slow everything down. I show you how I put on my mesh, my 21-inch mesh with pipe cleaners, as well as how I put on the 10-inch mesh. And I usually follow this method or this recipe when I'm making my wreaths. I usually use a 14-inch frame, and so I just change out whichever 10-inch mesh I want for the season or for what decor I'm going for. So in this video, I am sharing how I made this summer wreath. And so using that same mesh method, I just used these. I use the 21-inch burlap mesh, and then I use the 10-inch mesh, this brown, and then this burlap with it's called like a snowball mesh. It kind of has like white, they call it snowball, whatever going through it. And so that's what I used for this wreath to make my base. And so then I will put on my ribbons. So in addition, I also included a piece of this new mesh. Well, it's new to me that I picked up from Hobby Lobby recently. I cut it at 12 inches. And then I'm showing you here what I'm doing is I'm doing like a cruffle or a woodland ruffle, or, just bending over the edges 2 times, then I clip it on one side, then I turn it around and I bend the other side over 2 times, and then I just ruffle it in the middle, and then that is what I'm going to put in the 6 parts of the wreath that have the holes. And so like my wreath, I have like 12 bundles in the wreath, and then I put that new mesh. It kind of looks like a lattice to me. And so that is what I put in the 6 holes around the wreath to make it a fuller wreath. Okay, so here are the ribbons that I'm using for this wreath. These ribbons came from either Craft Outlet, Hobby Lobby, or Walmart. That buffalo check black and white came from the Christmas section at Walmart. The others, sunflowers, came from Craft Outlet, and the burlap with the buffalo check came from Hobby Lobby. These ribbons right here came from a vendor, Florist Supply Frenzy, on Facebook. I will have a link to her page below if you would like to check out. She does have a website, but she also does special sales on her Facebook page. All right, so guys, what I do is I use my little board, my ribbon board, where I can wrap the ribbon around the board, and then I cut it, and then I can cut a lot of ribbons at one time. And so I cut them at 12 inches, and then I dovetail each of the ribbons. I just think it looks nicer depending on what the pattern of the ribbon is. And so to help myself a little, I will like bundle up the sets of ribbon that I'm going to put. And so because I have 3 different 10-inch mesh in here, what I'm doing is I'm just, I'm putting my favorite like a duo to put together is a 2.5 inch and a 1.5 inch ribbon. And then I kind of like, bend them so that the tails, lay nicely. And so in one set, I am using the 2.5 inch sunflower as well as the black and white 2-inch ribbon. And then in the mesh that I called like a lattice, I'm not quite sure what the specific name is, but I use the white stripe with the 1.5 inch burlap with the polka dot. I like to do country crafts, and I love to use raffia in my wreaths, and it seems to be a customer favorite, and so that's why I use this raffia in my wreaths. So what I do, guys, is I just make a bow. Like for this particular wreath, depending on, how much raffia I want to show, what I did is I probably did like maybe a 4-inch loop, and I just made a knot. And so then in the tie with the new mesh, the lattice with the white stripe burlap and the black polka dot, I put my raffia, and I just put that, so I made like 6 raffia bows, and I just put it in those particular ties, and then I use my needle nose pliers to tighten my pipe cleaner that I have the tie on, and then I usually seal it with some hot glue, and then I just cut off the tails of the raffia so they're not all stringy, so it looks more neat and everything like that. I've already shared how I created this handmade sign. Again, I will have the video link in the description box or also in the iCard of the video. But I wanted to share how I put on the sign when it doesn't have any holes in it. I have these cable tie mounts that I got from Amazon. They're in my Amazon store. They have become a favorite of how to put on wreaths. I usually secure them with some E6000 and some hot glue. They are sticky already, but I like to add some extra protection. It's just a personal kind of thought that I have. So I just put some E6000 and some hot glue, as well as, the stickiness, and let that dry. Then I just thread some pipe cleaners on through them, and then I secure it to my wreath. Yes, it's this or that simple. It's become my favorite. So check out my Amazon store if you're interested in something like that. Okay, so then now I'm sharing how I did the bow at the top. I just took some different lengths of the coordinating ribbon, and I just kind of piled them on, like this, and then I did a raffia bow and secured it in the top. And so that is it for this wreath, and it has definitely become one of my favorites. I just love this. I have been sharing some followers have been asking because I do not have time to do a wreath tutorial or a wreath video for every single wreath that I make, because I am staying very busy. I sell locally at a local store, gift shop, and so I've been sharing on my community tab as well as on my Facebook page and Instagram. So I appreciate all of your sweet and kind comments and your support of my channel, as well as liking it, maybe sharing it with your friends, and all of your feedback. Your comments mean so much to me. All right, guys, we will talk to you all very soon. Y'all have a great day. God bless.